Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Yes, I've changed my hair and I love this. I just love all this pop of color going on everywhere. I think it's so fun. In this video, I'm doing a 2 looks video with my Cosmic Brushes order. I got so enamored by the Winter Wonderland when I saw it get revealed, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna order that. And then with the Gothic, I had actually talked myself out of this one. I just felt like, I don't know, there was something about it that I was like, I don't need this right now. But then I decided that I would buy it alongside of another purchase in the future. So that's what happened. I bought both of these palettes. I'm gonna be doing 2 looks today, 1 look with each palette. I do also plan on doing additional looks over on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, so stay tuned. Those should be going up probably starting the day that this video gets uploaded. So just stay tuned. I'm really excited to dive more into these palettes. I'm really into this brand. This is definitely a PR list I would love to be a part of because they have definitely become one of my favorite brands. I've loved everything I tried so far. These are now the 4th and 5th palettes that I own from the brand, and I can't wait to see more. They are truly killing it. I think their formulas are really good. The shimmers are outstanding, and I've just always been really happy with every look I've done with these palettes. Before we get into it, as far as my accessories go, I will share the accessories for each look at the beginning of each look. So if you're curious about anything I'm wearing currently, just stay tuned. Although I guess I don't shout out this hat because I put it on later. This is from Witchwood Bags. It has like a little planchette on it and it's very cute. But yeah, we're just gonna get into it. I guess let's just dive in. I wanna show you the palettes, do swatches, all that good stuff as well. And then we'll get into the looks. So I guess we can talk about the Gothic first, just because this one came out first. This one came out during spooky season. This is a cutesy little 12-pan palette. I would actually love to see more 12-pan palettes. The 20-pan ones that they normally do don't bother me. I don't think that's too big or anything, but I just love, like 9 to 12 is my sweet spot. That is like my favorite size for a color story. This one's very like smoky purple, plummy vibes. I like that we have the combination of warm and cool. When I initially saw this palette, it kind of turned me off because I felt like it was too monochromatic, but the more I saw people's looks, the more excited I got for it. And now that I have it in person, I feel like this really is a lot more special than just a monochromatic purple palette. I don't know what I was thinking. I was not thinking clearly. I'm super happy to have this one so far. Really excited to continue playing with it. I think it's very cute. And then the reason that we're here today, the Winter Wonderland palette. I'm super, super excited about this one. It's beautiful. We have 20 pans. It is mystical, magical, wintry goodness. We have a good combination of blue, purple, teal. I feel like the brand's initial promo pictures made it seem very monochromatic. Like it made it seem like it was very just blue. When I saw other people's pictures and like swatch pictures and stuff like that, and especially having it in person, it is very much like purple, minty teal into blue. Like there are definitely 3 different things going on. I think they all play together super, super nicely. There are some beautiful multi-chromes in here, and I'm just all about these colors right now. Like this is my winter vibe, and I'm really, really excited about it. So yeah, those are the 2 palettes. I'm very excited about it. I have no idea if these will be in stock by the time this video goes up, but I will have them linked down below anyways, as well as all of my makeup details as always. But yeah, let's just move on, do the 2 looks, and I'll give you my overall thoughts on the palettes at the end. All right, hello, good morning. My hair is cooling. I'm letting my curls cool, so that's why I look a little crazy right now. Accessories, before I get into it for the first look, these earrings are Shop Sun & Co, and then these 2 rings are from Regal Rose. It's my first Regal Rose order, and I love them. They're so pretty. I feel luxurious. So we're gonna dive in. My first look is going to be with the Winter Wonderland palette, and I'm very excited. I've been looking forward to this ever since it got revealed. So let's dive in. I'm going to first prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer. I'm just gonna slather this all over my eyeballs and blend it out. Obviously, we're going for something super wintry today. I wanna do something kind of bluey purple, not so much diving into the teals for this look. I think I'll save that for my Instagram reel and YouTube shorts, which in theory should be going up right around the same day as this video, if all goes according to plan, but we shall see. If it's not already up, it'll be coming very soon, so just stay tuned. So I think I don't want to start with my darkest shade. I think I want to start with Cold. This is going to be my 2nd darkest shade in my look. I'm going to use the Singe Beauty E05. I'm just going to tippy tap that in the outer corner. I am getting sent the new Singe brushes. I just do not have them at this moment that I'm filming this video, but I will be playing with them as soon as I can and as soon as I have them. So I'm just tucking this very deep in the outer corner. I'm not gonna bring this out super far, especially because I am gonna use 2 other shades to blend this out. I want a really nice gradient going from purple into blue. So this is kind of just where I'm starting. Just a little bit tucked in that lower lash line and a little bit in this outer corner. Just kind of creating that shape. All right, moving on. I think I want to use this shade, Fresh Air. I'm going to use that to blend this out. I'm going to use my Singe E02. I'm just going to grab a little bit of that color and kind of doing the same thing, roughly in the same areas. I'm just going to start very lightly kind of buffing this along that edge. I'm holding the very end of my brush too, so I have very light pressure. And I'm just going to start lightly swirling this in that outer corner. Just kind of sort of something like this. Just little teeny bits at a time. And again, I'm going to use another shade to add even more to this gradient. So I'm not going to stretch this out super far. Just trying to create a really cute little bluey purple situation. Finally, I want to go into Icicle now. I think that'll just be the icing on the cake here. I'm going to use my biggest Singe brush, the E03. Just gonna grab some of that as well. And again, similar zone. I'm not even really taking this in the front at all. I just don't think it's necessary. And again, light pressure. I'm just very lightly kind of dusting this along this very outermost point of this look, just to create a little bit more blur and diffusion as we inch out away from the look. Oh, I think that's doing a really good job. It's just adding that nice little bit of diffusion that I feel like I needed. I almost said confusion. Not confusion, diffusion. And now I do want to go back through and just add some more depth in the outer corner. So I think that's going to be a job for Clear Skies. I like that Clear Skies is the darkest blue. I mean, I guess you can have clear skies at night. That doesn't not make sense. I think that's fine. I'm going to use the Singe E04, and I'm just going to very lightly kind of tap this in that very outer corner. I'm not taking this out or anything. I just want it focused like just in that outermost point. And same with the outer corner, just like right up against those lashes. And then I'm just gonna go through and kind of go with my various brushes and colors that I used before with very little bits of color, very, very light pressure, and just kind of make sure that all blends together really nicely. I'm very much enjoying the vibe of this so far. I think that little bit of depth added so much dimension to this. That is so super pretty. You know, just for funsies, maybe I will just take Blanket, just a little bit of Blanket, the lavender. I'm just gonna use that same bigger Singe brush, the E02, but I'm cleaning it off first. And I'm just gonna grab some of that lavender, and I'm just gonna kind of pop that up here. It's not really gonna change that much, but it just gives me an excuse to kind of use another color. Ooh, that's quite nice. A very like, I don't know how to describe it, almost a greigey lilac. Like it's like right on the cusp of like a pewter, you know? Like a pewter lavender. I guess that's kind of what I'm going for with that. So I'm just like really heavily packing this toward the brow and then just feathering it toward the rest. I don't really need it to necessarily touch, but just something like that. I like that. I'm glad I did that. All right, moving on to shimmer now. I want to do a combination here. I want to do Breathe in the very outermost corner of my lid, and then I have to use this shade. It's just so pretty, Winter Solstice. Are you kidding me? It's so, so pretty. So I'm going to start with my NYX Glitter Primer. I'm just going to grab some of that on the Sigma brush here, the E55 shader. I'm just going to grab some of that product. And I'm just going to plop that all across the lid. I'm not necessarily doing anything cut creasy today. I just kind of want something just slathered everywhere. I just want a bunch of shimmer kind of fading into this outer corner. So far I'm very happy, but I'm not surprised. I've been very impressed with cosmic brushes ever since I started trying them this year. So grabbing Breathe first. That's really pretty. And that's really just gonna go right here. It's kind of just gonna be something for my other shimmer to blend into. And then this shimmer is gonna blend just so flawlessly into all those mattes because it's got that depth, that same kind of color family going on. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Really, really like that. I wanna kind of take it a little farther on that lower lash line at the bottom just to add some extra smokiness, kind of like that, where it's kind of inching toward the bottom there. Almost like a sloppy diagonal. I mean, that's not new. I put my shimmers down in a diagonal all the time, so I'm just doing what I always do. I'm just gonna take one of my brushes. I think this is the one I used with that blue. I'm just gonna kind of run that along the edge very lightly. I don't have any additional product. I just wanna make sure the matte to shimmer is flowing good. And I'm flipping that same brush over and grabbing Winter Solstice. Oh my God, that's so pretty. Oh, that's beautiful, holy cow. You know, this kind of reminds me a little bit of the shade The Cosmos from Terra Moons, which is like my #1 favorite single shadow of all time. So yeah, this is a winner. This is beautiful. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm just kind of scooting it into that purple. I'm gonna kind of flip my brush over so that both of the colors are kind of merging together. And I'm just gonna kind of keep tippy-tapping until I like the flow that both of them are doing. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. That's so pretty. It's magical. It looks like Christmas lights dancing on the snow. Taking the brush that I used most recently with Blanket in the front, and I'm just gonna make sure that the front of this look is blending in nicely. I'm so happy with that. That is so gorgeous. Wow. I've outdone myself. So I do think I need a little bit of shimmer on that lower lash line. Maybe just chill this blue. I think that could be nice. Just gonna grab a pencil brush here. This is a Game Beauty one. I'm just gonna kind of lightly tuck this kind of right on that lower lash line. Kind of sort of something like that, like just to give it a little bit more glimmer and glitz. I just want to press this in and drag it into the lower lash line matte to make sure everything flows. Oh, I really like that. I feel like that took it to the next level. Inner corner slash face highlight, because I haven't done my face yet. We're just gonna use Wonderland. I thought it would be cute. Just a nice bright white. Can't go wrong, and there's already so much happening in this look. I feel like the bright white will just be the perfect little addition. Ooh, that is glitzy glam. Oh, I really, really like that. That's pretty. Just gonna make sure that kind of blends into the upper and lower. I'm also gonna tippy tap just a little bit of this in the brow bone area. And now I'm just gonna take my Spectrum B08, just gonna grab some more of that, and I'm gonna highlight my face with it. My nose, my cheeks, my existence. If you've been here before, you already know I love using an eyeshadow as a highlighter if like one exists in a palette. 9 times out of 10, I will use the eyeshadow. It's just easy, it's convenient. It'll always flow with your look because it's from the same palette. I love it. And then it gives my highlighter collection like so many more highlights because I have not only highlighters, but eyeshadows as well. That's pretty, it's very sparkly. I also love a sparkly glittery highlight, so eyeshadow does not scare me to use as a highlight. That is so cute, I love it. So I'm gonna finish this up. I need to throw on my lashes, an eye pencil, something on my lips. I might play with some face gems and glitter because I have this glitter from Apocalyptic Beauty. It's called Paranormal Cold Spot, and it's just like lots of little like snowflakes and stuff. So I think just a couple of them could be cute, but we'll see. We shall see. All right, here's how my final look turned out. I did add just a little bit of the glitter. I just thought it added an extra magical element, and I really, really like how it came out. I really like it next to the green in my hair. Feeling the winter vibes as best as I can right now. The eye pencil I threw in is this multi-chrome one, Night of Creation, from Kaleidos. It's like a blue purple, and I thought it was perfect for that waterline. These lashes are Flutter from Bright Lashes, and then on my lips I went with the Nude Honey Pencil from Lawless with the North Lip Clay from Kaleidos over top. So yeah, this is the first look with the Winter Wonderland palette. I'm really excited to play some more with that palette. I'm really into that brand, and I'm just looking forward to playing more, seeing more, all the things. But with that being said, let's move on next to look number 2, playing with the Gothic palette. All right, hello, look number 2 with the Gothic palette. I'm quite excited. I think I want to do something really smoky with a bold wing with like shimmer over the wing. I think it's going to be super cool. But before I forget, accessory details for today. These earrings and this choker are from the brand Suki Blade. And then my rings, this one's from Edalove. This is just a boutique in New York, and this snake one's from Amazon. So yeah, let's just hop into it, and I'm gonna prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. All right, so diving into the Gothic palette, I definitely want to play with more of like the cooler toned purples today, I think. So I'm gonna start I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the dark one. Right here, Gothic. I'm gonna have that kind of smeared all over my lid as best as possible and then like blend it out from there. Hopefully it applies well. We'll see. We shall find out together. I just cleaned off all my Singe brushes. I'm just gonna use them again. This is the E04. And I'm just gonna start tippy-tapping this all over the lid. I'm also gonna have a super smoked out lower lash line, so I'll work on that once I get this lid applied. So I'm just taking little bits at a time, just doing little pounces. I'm not really gonna take this up super far because I am gonna use the other purples to like really help buff and blend this out. So this is just my starting point. It's gonna look very messy until it doesn't. And just as I suspected, this is one of those shades that's like a matte with sparkle pressed into it. That's never my favorite because the sparkle like pretty much all dissipates. There's like literally one sparkle on my eye. So to me, those shades are just very pointless. I always just go into them pretending they're a matte. Like it's not a big deal. Like it'd be cool if the sparkle actually kind of stayed put, and I'm not even sweeping. Like I'm literally just pouncing and the sparkle still just like completely dissipates. So it is what it is. I think I want to go ahead and just start smoking out the lower lash line so I can just do everything together. This is just my Rare Beauty black eye pencil. It's in the shade True Black. So I'm just going to smear this all up in not only my upper waterline, just a tight line so that my lashes blend really well later, but also all up in my lower lash line as well. So I'm just heavily plunking that in there. The words I come up with to describe my makeup application, don't know where it comes from. Beautiful. I think we're done actually. I mean, take me to emo nights. We are done. I'm just gonna kind of smear this like on my actual skin as well, kind of like right where the lashes are, just to get it nice and messy. And then I'll use my shadow to like help smooth and blend this out. I'm just gonna take a little bit more of Gothic on that same brush. I'm just gonna hold it kind of like this so that the shadow that I placed all over my lid before is up so that it's not smearing all over my cheek, and I just have the shadow on like the tip. So I'm just gonna kind of go in and just very lightly just kind of like place and smudge this liner a little bit. I don't even have that much shadow on the brush. Like this is just enough to kind of diffuse a little bit. And I just want to make sure they kind of touch in the outer corner. Even though I'm going to have a big wing on at some point, like this outer corner is not even going to matter because it's going to be a pretty dramatic wing. I still just want to make sure I have a good baseline before I keep going. Honestly, why do I already kind of love just this? Like the silver like dagger jewelry and like my green hair. It's giving me something, I don't know. I am gonna go in next with Alter right here, the darker purple. I'm gonna use the smaller blending brush, the E05 from Singe. I'm just gonna grab some of that. And I just wanna tuck this kind of like right in this like upper lid, creeping into the crease zone. Like I wanna keep this fairly concentrated. I'll probably go back in with Gothic and like re-intensify if needed, but I want to just kind of create like an in-between before I start going in with more purples. I'm just taking little bits at a time and just kind of lightly doing light little sweeps and tippy taps. Just trying to inch it where it's kind of going from black to purple right around that rim. Again, I'm just taking tiny little bits at a time, holding the end of my brush that I have light pressure. I do have like 2 other purples I want to go in with, so I want to make sure this is pretty tight. I want room to grow with this look. And I do want this to kind of feather outward a little bit as well, just to kind of like go with the ultimate shape of the wing. I'm gonna start going on this lower lash line as well. Just doing kind of the same thing I did before, just kind of focusing it on that like black smudginess and just slightly dragging it down. Super smoky looks like this are just a matter of patience, lots of shades, little brushes. I feel like the more shades you use, the more dimensional it's gonna look, and you just really wanna take your time with it and just really build it up slowly. Now that it kind of looks like this, I'm gonna stop. Like obviously we still have more blending to do, but that's what my other shades are gonna be for. Okay, feeling like Ursula, and I love it. I'm gonna go in next with Supreme right here. I'm gonna use the Singe E02, just going one step up. And again, we're just kind of doing the same thing. I'm just grabbing little bits at a time. Gonna kind of go right over what I just did and then inching it up and out a little bit. Again, I do want to kind of create a little bit of an elongated shape here, but overall I do still want this to stay fairly tight as much as I can, considering what we're doing. And we're going super smoky, black, purple nonsense. Same with that lower lash line, just kind of tucking it, blending upwards, or not upwards, downwards and outwards. And I just want to make sure everything's kind of connecting in this outer corner. I'm really liking this, and I'm really excited to add the shimmer wing. I think that's going to add something really, really cool to this look. But obviously, if you're not a fan of a wing, you don't have to do the wing. You know, when I used to like when I first had my channel and I did tutorials like all the time, like only tutorials, like I didn't do any kind of like chatty makeup-y related videos, I would do wings on occasion or fairly often, and I would get people that would get so like, but I don't like a wing. It's like, then don't do the wing, Susan. You don't have to do the wing if you don't like the wing. Do everything up until that point. This is already looking pretty good. Cosmic Brush's shadows just blend really well. I don't have to like fight with them too much. I love that for me. I'm loving this so much. So for one more shade, just to like really seal the deal and blend it out more, I think I want to use Immortal. I don't want to use this one because I feel like I just need something a little lighter. And I also just feel like this one suits better. Like this one's a little too fuchsia berry for what I'm going for. I'm going to use the E03 now and tapping it off because I don't need a ton. And again, I'm just going to use this just to kind of soften the edges, kind of like in look number 1 when I used that like baby blue shade to really just kind of set it in stone, you know? Really add that final bit of blend and diffusion. I like this. This is pretty. Very smoky. And like, obviously, like I said, like you could totally be done if you're like recreating this look. You don't have to like continue on and do the wing like I'm about to do. This is super cute. I'm gonna highlight my inner corner as well at some point. I'll do that after the wing though. But I think I'm gonna use the obscure shade, the like purpley white duochrome situation, because like you can't not, it's in the palette, I have to. That'll be my face highlight as well. I'm just going in with just a teensy bit more Gothic just to like re-intensify on the lid itself. I'll probably just kind of do like a quick run through with my previous brushes just to make sure I'm like super duper happy with this before I continue. Why am I so tempted to be chaotic right now and add some shimmer to the whole thing though? Like just some glitz. Ooh, do I do it? I might do it. Hold please. I mean, why even have a Fenty How Many Carats Diamond Bomb, which mine is so destroyed? I really need to like scrape off the bad layer. Hang on, I'm gonna do it. Ooh, that looks brand new. I keep telling myself I'm gonna buy a new one, but like now it looks so new. Why would I do that? Oh yeah, that's what I need. So I'm just grabbing a little bit on my finger and I'm really just gonna like kind of tippy tap this across my whole look just to add like a little bit of sparkle and gleam. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I did that. It's just so cute. I'm gonna go ahead and add some in my brows and everything. I just love this highlighter. It's like literally one of my favorite things in my whole collection. Like if all of my makeup were to vanish right now, this would be one of the first things I bought. Just because I could use it all over my eyes, all over my face, all over my existence. Like I can pay my bills with this. I can feed my cats with this. There's just not much better. Okay, that's... Oh, I could do this all day. Like I could just keep layering it. What if I did that as a video? Layering Fenty How Many Carats Diamond Bomb on my eyes for 1 hour straight. Honestly, I'm just so glad I did that. I think that's really pretty. Obviously, you totally don't have to, especially if you're not a shimmer person, but I just love the glitter. I'm just going in with some brushes now just to like make sure it all like looks cohesive and pretty. It just adds a little bit of twinkle, you know? I love it. I'm a fan. All right, let's move on to, you know, let's just go ahead and highlight and then I'll move on to the wing. So obscure, just so you can see the full look before I go in with the wing. Although now that I'm here, I'm like debating, do I even do the wing? Maybe I don't do the wing. Who am I? I had like such a clear plan, but then Fenty came in and like totally veered it off course. This is beautiful. Maybe for my look for Instagram and YouTube shorts, I'll do like play with the berries and do a wing. How does that sound? I think that sounds pretty good. In theory, like with the previous look, that look should probably either be up the same day or probably the day after, because I don't want to post them on the same day. Need to leave some variety on Instagram, you know? Can't post everything at once. But it'll be soon if it's not already up when you're seeing this. Highlight my brow bone. It's so funny. I had like literally such a clear idea of what this look was gonna be, and it like completely changed course. I really like that. I need to highlight my face now. Where's my brush? Spectrum B08. Just gonna highlight my nose. The shade is so pretty. Even as a face highlight, because when it's diffused a lot like that, rather than concentrated, I mean, concentrated's pretty too, but this is very, very nice. I'm like kind of mad at myself that I didn't buy this palette when it first launched, but you know, maybe I have more of an appreciation since I went without it. Who knows? All right, well, I guess this is it. I love this. I love this so much. I might still go through and add like some little like rhinestone-y guys of some sort. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I'm going to finish this up, throw on my lashes, something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. I love this. I feel like the most festive little witch. I think this is so cute. I love the added little rhinestones. I feel like this is so cute. I love this so much. I don't know if I have a favorite now between look number 1 and look number 2. I thought look number 1 was gonna take the cake, but I just feel so cute. I feel so pretty and dramatic, and I love it. These lashes are also Flutter from Bright Lashes, just like look number 1. And then on my lips, I went with the Honey Rose Pencil from Lawless with Dose of Color Stone on top. I just wanted kind of like a mauve-y neutral kind of vibe. You know, just to let the eyes speak for themselves. But I love this. I hope you love it as well. Let's zoom out and finish up this video. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate you being here and hanging out. Like I just mentioned, I have no clue which look is my favorite. I love both for such different reasons. Like this one is just so like dramatic, but kind of glamorous. And then the other one was just like a winter explosion. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can pick. I mean, maybe I would pick look number 1 just because it felt so ethereal and wintry, but I just love the way this look is just overall. I'm super happy. And I mean, I guess that goes without saying, but so far I've had no problems with either palette. In the Winter Wonderland, we used a fair few here. We used a fair few shades, and I didn't have any problems with anything. I felt like the dark shades blended really nice. I felt like everything layered and blended out really nicely together. I feel like Cosmic Brush's formulas, like they just blend with such ease. I really don't have to even work that hard. And the shimmers are just so enchanting. I'm really excited to continue playing with it. This shade right here is screaming at my soul. So is this multi-chrome. I don't know if you can tell how like shifty it is. Oh yeah, you can kind of see that. There's a lot going on here and I'm loving everything about it. And then we have the Gothic palette. I was very impressed with this. Sometimes like when doing a really smoky look like this, it can be finicky. Like it's a lot of like back and forth, making sure things are smooth and blending nicely. But I felt like everything worked so easy. I mean, a look like this, you're still gonna like use patience and blending and lots of shades and stuff like that, but that's a given. The application of them was a breeze. I loved every second of it. I really like this shimmer all over my face right now. It's giving me everything. There are some beautiful, beautiful shimmers in here that I'm really excited to dive into more, because technically the only one I used was this one, but I did like obviously add sparkle from my highlighter to top this look off. But there are so many cute things about this. I'm kind of sad that I slept on it. I should have picked this up when it first launched, but honestly, spooky season was overrun with palettes, so maybe it's better that I waited. I didn't have like makeup fatigue with this palette, and I was able to buy both at the same time. So, I mean, that's a plus. There's no shame in waiting. You don't have to buy things the second they launch. Take it from me. I waited on this one, and I'm happier than ever. So yeah, very, very exciting stuff. I'm really excited about both of these palettes. I'm stressing though, because right after this, I'm filming my next ranking my last 10 palettes, and I'm looking at the pile next to me, and every single one of them is a hit. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Wish me luck. That'll be the video after this one, most likely. So far, so good. I love this brand. I love the quality of their products. I'm really excited to see more from them. I think they knock it out of the park every time. And let's put it into the universe and manifest that next year I might make my way on their PR list, because I'd love to have the opportunity to play with these early for you guys as well. But if not, I will be a happy customer, supporting from the sidelines and buying for my own sense of enjoyment. But anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have either of these palettes? Do you want either of them? Have you tried this brand before? I would love to know. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave emojis relating to which palette you vibe with the most? Either leave like Winter Wonderland emojis or Gothic emojis. Whichever one speaks to you. Also, please give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And also you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm battybean there as well. And feel free to subscribe. I post most days over here. Also, you can join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only video once a month, which this month should be going up very soon. It might literally be in the next like couple days, so that's coming. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. What is this sunbeam? Hello? What is happening? Oh my God, I think it's coming from my library window and there isn't a door or curtains. This has never happened before. That's so weird.